Welcome to the ultimate creative sidechain guide. Today we'll dive deep into 5 transformative techniques to elevate your mix using sidechain. First up, the ambient sidechain, reverb and delays. By sidechaining your reverbs and your delays with the dry signal, the vocals, the reverb and delays will duck every single time the vocals will play, giving you a clear sound that swells with ambience between the vocal phrases. Sidechain your reverbs and delays with the lead vocal. That will make the lead vocal seem a bit more upfront, and it will add the clarity needed in a busy mix. All the reverbs and delays in this session bust together. This is with the lead vocal.
Versuch's erst gar nicht, keine zweite Chance. Ich kenne dich, ich habe dich durchschaut.
For this purpose, I can use plugins like Soothe, like Track Spacer. Let's try and use Track Spacer. Set the sidechain, the lead vocal, and now the reverb and delay will duck every single time the vocal is playing.
Ja, du wolltest bei mir sein, doch ich kann dir nicht verzeihen, hab für Lügner keine Zeit. Game over, shorty, lass es ist aus.
This creates an interesting swelling effect, but also keeps the delay and reverb out of the vocal, and that reduces clutter, muddiness, and adds clarity to the lead vocal. One thing that you should consider is using a fast attack and a slower release based on the tempo of your song.
Versuch's erst gar nicht, keine zweite Chance.
I want the reverb to rise a bit faster than that. That's perfect.
Ich kenne dich, ich habe dich durchschaut. Wolltest bei mir sein, doch kann dir nicht verzaus. Versuch's erst gar nicht, keine zweite Chance. Ich kenne dich, ich habe dich durchschaut.
You can use this in mid-side and focus more towards the mid part, because that's where the lead vocal lives.
Ich habe dich durchschaut. Wolltest bei mir sein, doch kann dir nicht verzaus. Versuch's erst gar nicht, keine zweite Chance. Ich kenne dich.
And now, no matter how hard you are pushing the reverbs in your song, the lead vocal will stay on top of that.
Ich habe dich durchschaut. Ja, du wolltest bei mir sein, doch ich kann dir nicht verzeihen, hab für Lügner keine Zeit. Game over, shorty, lass es ist aus. Versuch's erst gar nicht, keine zweite Chance. Ich kenne dich, ich habe dich durchschaut. Wolltest bei mir.
Transform sustained sounds with rhythmic gating. Use a rhythmic element like a hi-hat to sidechain a gate or a compressor on a pad. The result, a pulsing rhythmic texture that breathes life into a static sound. We have a hi-hat and this pad-like sound. I want to use the hi-hat to trigger either a gate or a compressor. This is a Pro G from FabFilter. The sidechain is the hi-hat. We're gonna use the ducking, and sidechain is external. With the range, you can select how much of this effect you want. I think that this adds some nice extra movement that can be beneficial to a mix. Ever thought on panning based on frequency? With dynamic panning, as your instrument hits different frequency, it can push elements in your mix from left to right, crafting a lively stereo landscape. This next one is special because I haven't seen a video on it or anything online. We have two guitar sounds. And what I want to do is move the second one to the right when the first one is playing, panning it in a dynamic way. This might be confusing, but let me show you how you can set it up. In Studio One, we have the splitter, an amazing plugin. Use the channel split, and that gives us the left and the right channel. Now on the left channel, let's add track spacer. Let's select the sidechain, the first guitar, because that's what I want to use as the trigger. The first one plays, moves the second one to the right. That is happening because we are ducking with track spacer just the left channel, creating the impression that the second guitar is moving to the right. You can even see it on the meters. When the first guitar plays, the second one moves to the right. This is without it. Really useful technique when you are trying to create movement. With instruments that have more top end, you can also focus more on the top end, making one channel a bit duller without that much top end information, creating the impression that the instrument is panned more towards the left or the right, depending on what you are trying to achieve. This is a secret technique of mine. Let your vocal lead shine. By sidechaining your background vocals to your lead, the backups will step back dynamically, letting the lead vocal remain the star of the show. On every single track that I mix, I want to ensure that the lead vocal is on top, no matter how many background vocals are playing. I use either track spacer or Soothe or other sidechain plugins like this, triggering the sidechain by using the lead vocal on the backgrounds. This track spacer is ducking this bass, keeping the vocal more up front and making space for the lead vocal.
Ich kenne dich, ich habe dich durchschaut. Ja, du wolltest bei mir sein, doch ich kann dir nicht verzeihen. Hab für Lügner keine Zeit. Game over, shorty, lass es jetzt.
Again, I'm using this in mid-side because I want the background vocals to have their space more towards the left and the right speaker, but duck in the middle where the vocal lead is.
Das ist aus. Versuch's erst gar nicht, keine zweite Chance. Ich kenne dich, ich habe dich durchschaut. Wolltest bei mir sein, doch kann dir nicht verzaus. Versuch's erst gar nicht, keine zweite Chance. Ich kenne dich, ich habe dich durchschaut. Ja, du wolltest bei mir sein, doch ich kann dir nicht verzeihen. Hab für Lügner keine Zeit.
This is a must for me. Lastly, the classic sidechain EQ. This technique carves out space, ensuring clarity. When two elements clash, like the lead vocal with the music, using sidechain can create a harmonious balance, letting both elements be distinctively heard. The lead vocal has to shine no matter how busy the track is. If you have guitars or other instruments that are fighting with the lead vocal, that's not that great. You can use Track Spacer or other sidechain plugin to duck those frequencies out, making sure that the lead vocal is on top.
Ich kenne dich, ich habe dich durchschaut. Ja, du wolltest bei mir sein, doch ich kann dir nicht verzeihen. Hab für Lügner keine Zeit. Game over, Shorty, lass es ist aus. Versuch's erst gar nicht, keine zweite Chance. Ich kenne dich, ich habe dich durchschaut. Wolltest bei mir sein, doch kann dir nicht verzaus. Versuch's erst gar nicht, keine zweite Chance. Ich kenne dich, ich habe dich durchschaut. Ja, du wolltest bei mir sein, doch ich kann ja.
All the instruments in this session are ducking when the lead vocal is playing. You can play around with the frequencies, with the mid side, making sure that the lead vocal shines. Sidechaining isn't just about kick and bass. It's a world of creative possibilities. Thanks for watching this video. Now go make some mixing magic. Cheers.